Hello, I'm Andrew Safner with asafnerproductions. Welcome to Safner and Cross Unfiltered, where we tackle politics, sports, travel, fitness, and investing, all with a side of unfiltered opinions. Welcome to Safner and Cross Unfiltered, where today we tackle UFC 319 at United Arena, Chicago. 23-2 Dricus versus 14-0 Khamzat Chimaev. Both undefeated in the UFC, though. Keith, how you doing?
Yeah, both so far are undefeated in the UFC, and obviously Khamzat Chimaev is undefeated overall in MMA. Let alone Dricus Du Plessis is undefeated in kickboxing as well. And he held 2 championship belts in other promotions.
Yeah, I like Khamzat. His wrestling and grappling game is pretty strong. So who do you think's going to win this fight?
Obviously, it's a hard one to pick because I'm 50-50 almost. I like both of them. They're both phenomenal fighters. And Khamzat, it's hard to bet against him. He's got, 5 first-round finishes already. And the way he railroaded Robert Whitaker, I mean, he made him look like an amateur, unfortunately.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, there's no other way to put it.
It's just hard to beat that grappling game. When he fake throws a punch, he's in there and he's holding for dear life on those legs.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat that.
Yeah,
It reminds me of like the Conor and Khabib fight. Like Khabib, his grappling game was insane. He's never lost a round. And he kind of gives me those same vibes.
I agree, just bigger and stronger and possibly better than Khabib even.
Yeah, what is he, 6'2"?
Yeah.
So he's pretty big.
Yeah, he has a hard time making weight. He didn't make weight against UFC 279 against Nate Diaz. I wanted to see that fight, but I obviously think he would have beat Nate Diaz, but it would have still been nice to see. But we couldn't see that.
There's a lot of fights. Hopefully him and Islam fight.
Yeah.
I think that would be incredible.
Yeah, that would be. And then obviously he railroaded Kevin Holland too, made him look like an amateur, even though they tried to use the excuse that obviously he was a little overweight. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're all overweight the next day.
I don't talk too much, brother. You talk too much.
You talk a lot, but you just mention.
I don't talk a lot. You talk a lot, brother. You ask me, people ask me, I answer.
Yeah, you ask questions.
So what makes you think Chimaev could win? What makes you think Dricus could win?
Well, obviously, like I said, Khamzat's wrestling is just unparalleled. He's proved that against everybody so far, pretty much. The only thing I could see Dricus having over him is Dricus has obviously already had 3 title fights in the UFC alone. So that obviously is experience, the 5 rounds versus the 3 rounds. And obviously he's a champion in multiple other promotions and sports. So he's definitely got more experience on his resume, in my opinion.
The thing is Chimaev, in my opinion, is going to have to take Dricus out pretty quick because he can only breathe out of one nostril. So I don't know if his cardio is going to keep up because a lot of his fights have all been pretty quick. He fell down a flight of stairs and he busted his nose, broke some teeth. And that's what his cleft lip is for, his deviated septum. So only being able to breathe out of one nostril, I think that's going to be some complications for him because he already retired because of his problems with breathing and stuff.
Yeah, because of COVID. He had some problems with COVID.
Yeah.
So he's obviously got lung issues. So stamina might play a factor, and that's where I think Dricus has that gas tank that could just take him into them later rounds and take him to deep waters where he has not yet been. And I think ultimately that could play a factor in, a finish for Du Plessis but if I had to bet, I would say Khamzat wins.
Yeah. Khamzat, he's a very unique fighter in the UFC. Like, there's always unique fighters that come in, but there's something very, very special about him, in my opinion. I don't know if it's just his laid-back attitude. He almost has like a Khabib, but he almost has like a Conor vibe to him.
Yes.
Like he's
humble but cocky.
Yeah, humble but cocky. And he has a reason to be cocky. I mean, he's never lost a UFC match, and he's very, very versatile. So,
yeah.
So Keith, what did you think about the Gilbert Burns fight?
That would be the fight that was a hard test for him, and I mean that showed his chin was phenomenal. I mean, Gilbert Burns actually knocked him down several times, and Chimaev kept getting up and coming back. And I mean, quite frankly, that dude is tough as nails from just watching that fight. And obviously, Usman, he fought him too. And if I remember correctly, they said Usman's only been taken out down one time in 18 fights.
Oh, that's where he had his death stare, man.
Yeah.
His wolf stare.
And Chimaev took him down 3 times that fight.
Yeah, dude. His grappling game, can't get over it. Who's
No.
that black fighter he fought where he took the dude down? Dude's doing somersaults.
That was the Kevin Holland, the one that got railroaded.
Yeah, he's doing cartwheels.
That dude's
and he
yeah.
couldn't get away from him. He was on top of him, beating his face in. That was a good fight.
Yeah, it was.
I enjoy watching him fight for sure. Yeah, what's crazy to me is Strickland. Did you see that when they were sitting by each other? I don't know why the UFC thought that'd be a good idea, but Strickland thought Dricus was talking about him. So he looks back, he tells a little girl to move, and he just starts wailing on him.
Yeah.
It gets split up pretty quick, but they ended up fighting twice, and Dricus beat Strickland twice.
Yep.
They were pretty close matches, but that was interesting. What's your take on that?
Well, he busted Strickland up, I think, in the second fight. Like, his nose was broken. Like, it looked
He
bad.
was bleeding bad. It was bothering him too,
Yeah.
because he kept doing this.
Yep. So, I mean, he definitely put the hurting on him, whether he likes it or not. And I don't think they'll be seeing each other again.
Yeah.
Because obviously 2 fights, I mean.
Maybe Strickland can go back to fighting people like Sneeko. Maybe podcasters like us and beat up on us.
Yeah.
We'll sign a waiver. I'll get paid to do that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'll take an ass beating for some money.
Always. So Dricus being the first white African champ, what's your opinion on that?
Well, he's the first African champ altogether, whether he's white or black. So, I mean, he's the firstborn native.
He's a white boy.
Yeah, he's the firstborn native.
Elon Musk, white boy.
They're both from
African
South.
white boy.
Yeah, they're both from South Africa.
Yeah, they are.
So how fitting. But no, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with for sure. So that's all I can say is it's going to be a good one to watch. And ultimately, I would love to go there if it wasn't, such a long drive. But if the tickets come down a little bit, we might have to just make that drive.
It's very tempting to attend 319. So do you think we should go?
I mean, I'd like to. If it was only like a drive to Pittsburgh, it would already be a done deal.
Yeah. Something interesting about Chimaev, which actually means Viking in Russian. He flew to Ireland to fight Conor McGregor because he made a comment at Khabib's press conference about the Chechens, because he's Chechen, and he moved to Sweden, but he was upset with Conor McGregor for talking about his people. So he flew to Ireland to fight Conor, to catch him at a gym or something, but the authorities in Ireland airport held him down for 8 hours and made him fly back. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I mean, that would have been a good fight, but I don't think Conor's got nothing for him on the ground game, to be honest with you. And he's getting older, obviously. So I think if them two were to ultimately face off, I think I would still put my money on Chimaev.
Yeah, and actually Chimaev's first fight he ever saw, because he was always in the wrestling, then he discovered MMA. His first fight he ever saw was UFC 194, McGregor versus Aldo. So he's like, oh, if those guys can make a shit ton of money, I'm going to enter this. And he entered, and now he's living his dream because he moved to Sweden with his brother, very, very poor. And now he's doing it, so I give him a lot of respect.
Yeah.
He's very, very strong.
Yep. I mean, look, he cracked Robert Whittaker's jaw and broke, I think, a couple teeth or something. He popped something. And he said, this is what they pay me to do.
This is what they pay me to do.
Yeah. The only thing I could say, too, is, like, we haven't got to see his stand-up too much, other than that Gerald guy that was obviously purely afraid of him during even where they were arguing back and forth. It just seemed like he was obviously afraid, and it showed in the ring, and he knocked him out in, like, the first 10 seconds with one hit.
Yeah.
That was obviously...
What do you think about Dricus and Chimaev meeting up at the hotel? They met up the other day.
Yeah, like, obviously Chimaev said, too, is, like, he's peaceful if the, other person's peaceful, so...
Right, and it goes both ways.
Respect, yeah.
Dricus also said the same thing. If he's respectful, I'm respectful. And if he wants to bring it, I'll bring it. You know what I mean?
I seen something where they were saying he's bigger, and then, obviously Dricus was
he's
like...
a gorilla.
Yeah. What do you mean he's bigger? Like an inch?
Yeah, he actually, when they did the thing, the typical, like, he did the reach.
Yep.
to see his reach against Chimaev, and Chimaev didn't even care. He just
No.
let it happen. So, you know, you remember when Tom Aspinall did that with John Jones.
Yeah, he was like, "Don't do that."
John Jones is
Yep,
like, nah,
shut
nah,
it
brother.
down. Yeah.
He got his hand right off him. But yeah, they met each other at the hotel. They were very respectful. And at the end, we're gonna see who wins this match. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
big.
Yep. It is worth noting that obviously Dricus has a judo background since he was a child, and he's obviously Brazilian jiu-jitsu training, and he has more submission wins than Hazmat.
Chimaev, though, is Swedish world champion in wrestling. He won the world championship. So they both have very good grappling games. So this is why this match is going to be so interesting. Both undefeated in the UFC, like we said before. So this is going to be a very interesting match, and I'm very excited for it, and hopefully we attend it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Thanks for tuning in to Safner and Cross Unfiltered. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.